So, here I am, Corfu. Wherever you go, there you are. And sunset beautifully here again. This amazing vista behind me. And yes, so is this you? You wake up in the morning, you're like, oh my God, there's all these things I've got to do. I should do my practices, but I should have just got to get on with stuff because like my mind is coming at me with all these things and I feel a bit stressed. And so I go and have a shower and I wash and I do my things and then I start my day and just in a bit of a fluff because there's all these unfinished things from yesterday and the day before and last week and last month, and the to-do lists just keep piling up. And so you make yourself some breakfast, maybe you go for a little walk the dog or a little jog, but you know you need more time than that, but you just don't seem to have the time. And then you're off out the door, or you're like trying to work on your business or off to your job and your career, whatever, and you want to make a difference, but you're kind of feeling stuck. You're lacking some confidence. There's this voice in your head that's always just like, no, you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're not enough. And you might be, CEO of a company, an enterprise, and all these people looking up to you. And you're like, how can I even lead these people really when I don't even know myself truly and deeply, and I'm not serving them at the highest capacity? And same with your clients and your customers, because there's like a missing piece, which is really knowing yourself, who you really are. And I want you to know that I'm that guy too. I'm that girl too. I have that inside me, but I found a way to tame it. I found a way to clear it out, to smoke out the monster, to let go of all that negative conditioning and programming that's in my head, that's keeping me from doing what I want to do in life, from being true to myself, from really loving myself and giving myself the space and the care that I need, so I'm not always in fight or flight. Does that sound familiar? Being in fight or flight, tense shoulders, can't always breathe, like I'm just holding my breath, catch myself again, holding my breath. I used to be like this all the time, and I had a psychotherapist friend who said, Jody, I can tell exactly where you are in your reality by how you speak and how you breathe. And I was like, oh wow, that's so, I'm so naked, I'm so vulnerable here, like I can be just seen and read by this person. But he was an amazing, very perceptive man, and he was able to see that, and that feedback in itself helped me to really go, wow, yeah, actually this is my life, this is me. And I'm, even though like there's thoughts and ideas in my head about how I am, how I actually am is different. And that's really interesting, that's really powerful and insightful. And it's been those mentors and masters and teachers and guides and therapists and coaches throughout my life, and books and trainings and seminars that have really helped me get that focus and get that clarity to see how I'm doing and how I'm showing up and what's in the way, right? The 90% of the unconscious which has been ruling my reality. And sound familiar? How you perceive yourself isn't the same as how you actually are. And that could go both ways. It could be that you think you're doing great and amazing, but in reality, it's actually not going so well, right? Life is hard in some capacity. It might be your work, your business is flourishing, but your home life, your partnership, your relationship, your spirituality is left wanting. Or it might be that you're on a spiritual path and you're deep in that journey and you're acing at certain things and you're able to get deeply into a meditative state, but actually you find yourself in your waking life, in your physical 3D existence, falling short, feeling like a failure. It's like the meditation doesn't really work because why do I still feel like a failure? You feel like maybe you're a disappointment to others, maybe you're too much, too big, too small, too tall, too short, too old, too young, right? All of these judgments on self. And hey, I've got news for you, it's normal. I've been there too. And not only have I been there, but I've found ways to move through this and walk with grace and embrace myself and who I actually am. Allow myself to exist. Accept myself. Do you accept yourself in all honesty? This is a question for you to reflect on. Because perhaps right now in the moment, and you're kind of like asked that question, and it's like, oh, rabbit in the headlights. Yeah, yes, I accept myself. But in reality, when you're really tuned in to who you are, when you put that light of awareness to who you are, it's like, I'm judging myself all the time, actually. There's a narrative going on that's not kind to me. There's a narrative going on that life is hard. That's why I'm choosing those kinds of relationships. That's why I'm not cutting that person out of my life. That's why I don't have boundaries in this area of my life. That's why I'm overeating. That's why I'm undereating. That's why I'm drinking. That's why I'm smoking. That's why I'm using and abusing. That's why I'm not connected with my emotions. That's why I keep getting this feedback that I'm not really connected with my emotions. That's why I feel so needy all the time and like clingy. That's why I'm angry at myself. That's why I hate myself. That's why my life is a mess. And you're going through your day, and this is going on kind of in the hinterland of your mind. There's this kind of appraisals and judgments and analysis of how you're doing all the time. And you take a moment, you go for a coffee with a friend, and you're like, can breathe, this friend understands me, and we have a bit of fun and have a bit of a laugh, and there's a bit of space, and kind of just kind of laugh at the craziness of life and how mad it all is, and share some things that we have in common, and feel accepted by this friend, and it's wonderful. Or maybe you spend some intimate time with your partner, and that happens, right? But then what about the rest of your life? Perhaps you come home, or you finish your day of work or your day of business, and you're tired, you're exhausted. You've been giving yourself, but have you been honoring yourself? Have you been choosing yourself? Are you even in the right career, the right work? Is it really genuinely purposeful? Or are you just playing a role for your parents, for your family, what they expected of you? Maybe you just didn't realize that you're actually not good. It doesn't really align with who you are at the time. But now it's starting to get clear that it's not in alignment, and actually you want to be doing something completely different. You want to be having an impact. You want to be living your life to the fullest. You want to express yourself. You want to be authentic. You want to change lives. I know, certainly I've felt all of those things, and I had to take my own journey, go through my dark nights of the soul into despair and out the other end, and find the light and find myself and find confidence and trust myself and come to terms with myself. So anyway, hope you found that enjoyable. If you have, please like. I'd love to hear your ideas and comments and reflections. And if you're interested in working with me and having some help with all of this and getting some support to change your life around, then book a call using the link in the description. All right, take care, blessings. Bye for now. I'm JD Dean.